Hello, you're watching ERi-TV. Welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. 23 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today. The Asmara Technical School graduates 367 students. The global COVID-19 cases and deaths toll continue to rise. And smoke rises from Romania's Petromedia refinery following blast. The local news. We have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 23 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at quarantine centers in the Central, Ansaba and Gashbaka regions. Out of this, 70 patients are from quarantine centers in Asmara, Central region. 5 patients are from quarantine center in Karen, Ansaba region. The last patient is from quarantine center in Adibara, Gashbaka region. On the other hand, 42 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Southern 39 and Central 11 regions have fully recovered and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly risen to 5,676, while the number of deaths stands at 25. And the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has risen to 6,074. Minister of Health, Asmara, July 3, 2021. In its 60th commencement, the Asmara Technical School graduated 367 students, including 98 females. The students graduated in 9 fields of studies, including auto mechanics, general construction, survey, electricity, electronics, general metalworks, woodworks, design, and steelworks. Speaking at the graduation event, acting director of the school, Mr. Girmay Bahlabi, said even though the teaching learning process has been facing challenges due to the COVID-19 pandemic, as a result of the diligence and cautious measures on the part of the teachers and students, the graduation has been realized. Mr. Maasho Gabratinsai, Head of Supervision and Quality Control at the Ministry of Education, called on the graduates to practically develop their skills and contribute their capacity in the nation-building process. The representative of the graduates commended for the opportunity they were provided and expressed conviction to live up to the nation's expectations. The residents of Geremi administrative area, Saraja Asab zone, have renovated 4 kilometers of dirt road connecting the area with the Asmara current main road that has been damaged due to flooding. According to Mr. Petros and Mariam, administrator of the administrative area, the road has been difficult for vehicles and in their daily lives of the residents, and that with the completion of the renovation program, the transportation problem of the residents will be alleviated. Commending the strong participation the residents demonstrated in the problem, Mr. Kifle Mariam Gabriel Meskal, administrator of the Saraja subzone, called on Harat Transportation Company to provide transportation service. Geremi administrative area is located 15 kilometers north of Asmara. Now back to the international news after a short break. Welcome back. The total of global COVID-19 cases surpassed 184 million, with the deaths toll exceeding 3.9 million as of today. This according to the World Health Organization. The total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the United States reached more than 34.5 million, with the national death toll reaching more than 621,000 today. This is according to Johns Hopkins University. India's death toll from COVID-19 surpassed 400,000 today. This is according to the country's health ministry. More than 900 people died in the last 24 hours. India has recorded 30.5 million cases since the outbreak of the pandemic last year and is the second most affected country behind the United States, which has 34.5 million cases. Brazil registered more than 2,000 more deaths from COVID-19 in the past 24 hours, bringing the national death toll to 522,000. This is according to the health ministry. A blast occurred at Romania's biggest crude oil refinery, the Petromedia plant in the Black Sea, leaving 3 people injured and 1 missing. This is according to the authorities and the company. Footage taken by the eyewitness from a nearby beach in the coastal resort of Navodari showed black smoke rising from the area next to the refinery owned by Romo Petro Refinery, part of KMG International Group. Head of the Department for Emergency Situation, Raed Arafat, said the danger of further blasts is diminished as firefighters are putting out the fire. Arafat said there have been 4 victims, of whom 1 is missing. 1 has severe burns and 2 others have mild burns. Petromedia is based on the shores of the Black Sea in Navodari, 20 kilometers north of the country's biggest port, Constantan. At least 2 people have died and 20 more have been reported missing today after heavy rains hit Japan's central city of Atami, triggering landslides. This according to the public broadcaster NHK. Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga has called for an emergency meeting to discuss the disaster. The report says the landslide swept away homes in the city in Shizuoka Prefecture, about 100 kilometers southwest of the capital, Tokyo. A video clip posted on social media showed the moment that raging water swept through Atami, destroying several homes along its path as several firefighters onlookers ran for their lives. The report said that police and firefighters are searching for the missing as officials from Shizuoka asked for help from the national government to help in the emergency situation. According to the Japanese Meteorological Agency, rains are expected to continue in several areas of Japan in the next 2 days. Hurricane Elsa blew roofs off homes, toppled trees, and sparked flooding in the island nation of Barbados, then pounded St. Vincent with heavy rain and winds as the storm was tracking towards Haiti. Minister of Home Affairs, Information and Public Affairs, Wildfires Abrahams, urged Barbarians to shelter in place and only leave their homes if the structures were damaged. Elsa strengthened into a hurricane earlier in the day and about 153 kilometers west-northwest of St. Vincent, blowing maximum sustained winds of 140 kilometers per hour. This is according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center. Earlier in 2021, heavy rain slammed St. Vincent with major flooding and landslides after a series of volcanic eruptions blanketed large swaths of the island in a thick layer of ash. And now a reminder of the top stories. 23 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today. The Asmara Technical School graduated 367 students. The global COVID-19 cases and deaths will continue to rise. And smoke rises from Romania's Petromedia refinery following blast. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.